everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a minute again since I last posted, so if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. And if you are new here, my name is Ivy and I love to do these kinds of videos on fashion, bag reviews, and vlogs if I'm able to ever get to it. But yeah, today I have a very exciting review for you guys. I've been waiting for this bag for a very long time. It's been on my wish list for a couple of years now, and yeah, I finally got the opportunity to purchase it when I was traveling, and I'm just very excited to feature it in today's video. Okay, so the bag I have in question today is a Celine bag. I am very excited for this because this is actually my very first Celine purchase. I've always been such a huge fan of this brand ever since the Phoebe Philo days. I know if you're an OG bag lover, it's probably a name you are aware of, and if not, totally fine. She was the creative designer for Celine, I think a couple years ago. It's been a couple years now, and just came out with such beautiful designs, specifically the luggage and the box bag, which are one of my all-time favorites. These are bags that I was looking at back when I was in like high school and still trying to get an understanding of this space, and I don't know, I just really loved the designs. I do think nowadays it's probably a little outdated looking, and I think if you already have in your collection, that's awesome, that's great. But I think with how style has evolved in the last couple of years, I've been kind of rethinking about whether or not to add those pieces to my collection. Also, it's kind of difficult to find those pieces nowadays. Like if I had to choose, I would really love the box bag, but actually I think according to the Celine sales assistant that I spoke with, they're actually phasing that bag out. So there's only like one color available online, or maybe a couple colors available online, and it might not even be this just a plain black one. So yeah, anyways, super ranty there, but the bag that I have is one that I've been looking at for such a long time now. I want to say maybe like the last couple of years for sure, and it's been on my wish list for so long, and it is the Ava bag. Ooh, she's so beautiful. I first saw this just a couple of years ago. I started seeing it a lot on Pinterest. This shape in general I think has been really popular, and it's something that I feel like a lot of brands, especially like Polen, Prada, came out with a very similar style as of recent. This moon-shaped style is really popular nowadays, and I know it kind of took me a minute to be able to actually get the one that I really want, but it was so worth the wait. This bag is honestly very reasonably priced in comparison to maybe similar brands, and also just the unique features and just little nuances that come with this style is absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, we can move forward to the review. So before getting started on the pros and cons, I just wanted to call out a few unique details about this bag. First of all, I do have it in the tan calfskin smooth leather with the adjustable strap here, and the hardware is all gold, so you can see here and here, and there is a wide contrast stitching which you will find throughout the bag. So that's what it looks like. It's very beautiful from a texture and just a feel. It's very smooth and also very squishy, so it's very soft. You're definitely going to want to be careful in terms of just making sure you don't put any oils or even water on this bag. You definitely want to wipe it right away, just because the type of finish it has is something that is very sensitive and could essentially leave stains. I do know that over time the leather will patina, which I'm totally fine with, but I would not play around with potential stains like oil marks or water marks or just anything really, food marks. I think that would be pretty terrible. So I do think out of everything I have in my collection, this is probably something I will have to baby a little bit more, which I'm fine with. But I do love that the strap is adjustable, and there's a lot of different ways you can style this particular bag. So first up, one of the things that I really drew me to this specific style, and just what I find so absolutely gorgeous, is of course this moon shaped silhouette. Like, I It's very reminiscent of like early 2000s and just that kind of like shoulder bag vibe. It's absolutely gorgeous. I specifically wanted it in this tan sort of cognac color because I loved the contrast of the stitching with the white stitching here with the brown leather. I just think that's so beautiful. It's something that really just catches your eye, or at least my eye. And along with the gold accent, just a gold toned hardware, which honestly looks absolutely really beautiful. It all kind of just fits together really nicely. And the second thing that I absolutely love about this bag is this kind of reinforced leather at the bottom, which I think will be really helpful in terms of just retaining the shape, because the actual leather for this bag is very supple and very soft. I expect to get a lot of use out of this. You will find more creases in this leather over time, and because of those creases, like any sort of reinforcing for the leather, I think that will be very helpful just to keep it, you know, just to increase its longevity. Yeah, I just really love that detail. Third, I have a lot of pros for this bag. I just love this strap. I just love the way these things open up in general. I think that's just really unique, and it's definitely not something I've ever seen before. And I also like that in order to shorten or lengthen the strap, you have these snap closures, which at first I was very scared to try opening it up. And it's really something you have to get used to, because you want to find a way that doesn't kind of rip the leather open, which I know is not going to happen, but it's always a fear of mine. I don't want to break it, you know, and it shouldn't break, but at the same time I was always trying to find ways to be very careful about stabbing it. But I did find out that the best way to open it is actually from the side here. Snap it like that. It does take a little bit of force, but yeah, so the way to close it or to shorten it is just use the same snaps here and snap it this way. Goes for shorter strap, so you could just have it right here. I do kind of like the longer version, which I think will be really useful if you're going to be wearing it with anything chunky, like chunky sweaters or knits or coats and things like that. Anything that will require a little more space underneath the arm. I think that's really beautiful. Yeah, but otherwise, like, it's a very simple kind of minimalistic bag. There's not really a lot to this. There's not any crazy pockets. It's just a very simple type of silhouette. And I think that's kind of one of the things that I love about it the most, is because it's not trying to be anything else except just, you know, modern, minimalistic, and simple. So the inside of the bag is actually a raw leather lining, I would say. So I don't know if you could see that. It does come with one small pocket here. Yeah, there really isn't much inside. I kind of have a few of my stuff there right now, which is my go-to items. Includes my wallet, lipstick, small brush. It's from Japan. I think it's really useful. And my Summer Fridays lip balm. But yeah, there really isn't much to it when it comes to this bag. It's very simple. To be quite honest, I don't really have a ton of issues or cons when it comes to this bag, simply because I feel like it's exactly how I envisioned and wanted, and I played around with it in the store in general a couple times before actually even purchasing it. So I'm very aware of like the potential cons or issues that could come with purchasing this bag, and I guess the main one would probably be this smooth calfskin leather. I got into a very long conversation with the sales assistant, and we were talking about how with this particular type of grain and the leather in general, it's gonna patina. It's definitely going to get scratches and things like that. So I'm very aware of what challenges I might foresee in the future, and I'm totally fine with that. And that's because that's kind of why I like it. Those are the things about this bag that I'm excited and want to be able to see in the future, because it'll show the wear and just the journey and all the times that I take it out and use it. So it's not really a con for me, but I could see how for someone else, especially if this is like maybe your first purchase or something like that, that'd be something you want to consider when buying the bag, because maybe you want something that's just more your go-to every day and you're gonna rough it up, and this might not be the one for you then. So before making this purchase, I did some very intense research on this bag, and there were a couple of other styles that I was eyeing, but at the same time I ended up going with this because it is exactly what I wanted and I didn't want to compromise. But if you are looking for other textures that maybe is not as sensitive as your calfskin type of smooth leather, the Ava does come in the Triumph canvas and calfskin. So the strap will be calfskin, but the actual bag will be canvas material. So I have seen a lot of girls wear this too, and I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. I love the tan version, but I'm also a big fan of the white version. I think also that's really cute, and I saw this a lot in the summer as well. So if you are looking for something that you can use on an everyday basis but without having to be too scared of like messing up the leather, I would definitely recommend these styles. The only thing about these bags that I did not really like is the fact that you can't remove the strap, so it's completely part of the actual bag. You can adjust it. Actually, one of the things that I would love to get as an accessory in the future is the longer leather strap. Celine does have it available in their stores and online, so that's definitely an option for the future. There's definitely a lot of varieties in terms of being able to wear it. For now, I'm completely content with how it looks and what I can use it for. I'm very excited to use it this winter season, definitely for fall. So yeah, very excited about this purchase. One thing I did want to note was that I purchased this Celine bag on my trip to Spain, and if you're not already aware, Spain actually has one of the highest in terms of VAT tax refund, and that's why I usually try to save my designer purchases when I'm traveling abroad, because the discount that you're going to get on top of like the actual price but also the tax refund is just way more than you would if you purchase it in the States, just because here import tax and just duties, like it increases and inflates the price so much. So I definitely try to save it for those kinds of trips. And if you are planning a trip to Europe anytime soon, that's something I would definitely recommend. Yeah, the tax refund process was fairly easy, as in most European countries. They use Global Blue tax refund. At least in the store that I was at, the tax refund went directly back to my credit card, and it was all very quick and easy. So yeah, definitely a great experience. I love that this was my souvenir. So yeah, if you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And I'm so happy to finally have been able to make a short kind of review on this bag. Honestly, I think it's more of a first impressions because I haven't really used it long enough, and I will definitely try to keep in mind to follow up with a 1-year review at some point, just to show you guys like how the wear and tear is, and if anything egregious happens or anything of that sort, I'll definitely let you guys know in that follow-up review. But in the meantime, I'm just enjoying her, and I'm looking forward to all of the really great use I'll get out of this bag. So thanks again so much for supporting this channel. Please feel free to view my other content. And if you have any questions or maybe anything else you'd like to see from this channel, just comment down below. Thanks again, and peace guys. See you in the next one.